Welcome back. Today, we're diving into the fascinating, multi-layered relationship between India and Israel. Forget the usual headlines. This story goes way beyond politics and official handshakes. We'll uncover 5 surprising facts that reveal how these two nations connect, from ancient ties to cutting-edge technology. It's a journey through secret collaborations, thriving communities, and agricultural revolutions. This isn't just about governments, it's about people, innovation, and a future being built together. Ready to see India and Israel in a whole new light? Let's get started. What truly forms the bedrock of the burgeoning India-Israel relationship? What is the key ingredient that solidifies this bond? It's defense. A robust and ever-evolving defense partnership. For many years, the extent of their defense cooperation remained shrouded in secrecy, a quiet understanding between two nations navigating complex geopolitical landscapes. Intelligence agencies, most notably Mossad and India's RAW, were quietly sharing expertise, building trust, and laying the groundwork for future collaboration. This clandestine cooperation proved invaluable. Both countries, vibrant democracies situated in challenging and often volatile neighborhoods, facing similar threats and security concerns, found common ground in the critical realm of security, forging a bond based on shared strategic interests. When the Cold War finally drew to a close, ushering in a new era of global politics, the India-Israel partnership emerged from the shadows and went public, and the relationship subsequently exploded in scope and intensity. Today, Israel stands as one of India's foremost defense suppliers, a testament to the quality and reliability of Israeli technology. But this relationship transcends the simple act of buying and selling weapons. It's fundamentally about collaborative innovation, co-developing cutting-edge technologies that will shape the future of defense. A prime example of this is the Barak 8 missile system, a jointly developed marvel of engineering. Indian and Israeli companies are increasingly collaborating, forging partnerships that leverage the strengths of both nations. This collaboration is not only creating high-skilled jobs, but also significantly boosting India's strategic autonomy and self-reliance in defense production. Drones, advanced surveillance systems, and real-time intelligence sharing are undeniably at the very heart of this strategic alliance, providing critical capabilities in a rapidly changing world. Ultimately, this gives India a crucial strategic edge, enhancing its ability to protect its interests and maintain regional stability. Trust is absolutely key. It's the foundation upon which this entire relationship is built. Israel is known for being selective about sharing its most advanced technologies, but with India, it's a genuine partnership characterized by mutual respect and a willingness to collaborate on sensitive projects. This robust defense relationship serves as the primary engine driving virtually every other aspect of the relationship forward, fostering deeper ties across various sectors. And beneath the surface of official state visits and high-level diplomatic engagements lies a thriving multi-billion-dollar collaboration, fueled by innovation and strategic alignment. It's a partnership built on a foundation of mutual need, shared values, and profound respect for each other's capabilities. It extends far beyond mere policy pronouncements. It represents the very spine, the essential core of the enduring India-Israel strategic connection. For decades, India and Israel's relationship was hidden, publicly distant, privately close. India's support for Palestine and reliance on Arab oil kept things quiet. But in 1992, with the Cold War over and Middle East peace talks underway, India made it official. Embassies opened, trade soared, and high-level visits followed. What was once a trickle of cooperation became a flood, billions in commerce, booming defense deals, and growing political ties. Modi's 2017 visit to Israel and Netanyahu's return trip to India signaled a new era. Decades of pent-up potential were unleashed almost overnight. The relationship transformed from covert necessity to dynamic partnership. It's now one of the world's fastest-growing bilateral alliances. All it took was stepping out of the shadows. The India-Israel story isn't just about defense. While security cooperation forms a crucial pillar, the relationship extends far beyond military hardware and strategic alliances. It's a narrative woven with threads of shared challenges, innovative solutions, and a deep commitment to improving the lives of ordinary citizens. This partnership is about building a brighter future, together. It's about transforming lives, particularly in rural India, where agriculture is the backbone of the economy and the livelihood of millions. This transformation is not just about increasing crop yields, it's about empowering farmers, ensuring food security, and building resilient communities that can thrive in the face of environmental challenges. Israel's desert innovations, like drip irrigation, born out of necessity in a water-scarce environment, have revolutionized agriculture in arid regions around the world. These technologies represent a paradigm shift in farming practices, allowing for efficient water use, increased productivity, and sustainable land management. These innovations found a perfect match in India's vast water-challenged farmlands, where drought and water scarcity pose significant threats to agricultural productivity and rural livelihoods. The need for efficient water management solutions is paramount, and Israel's expertise in this area has proven invaluable. To facilitate the transfer of knowledge and technology, the Indo-Israeli Agriculture Project set up centers of excellence across India. These centers serve as hubs for agricultural innovation, providing farmers with access to cutting-edge technologies, training programs, and expert guidance. Here, farmers learn to boost yields and save water through the adoption of modern farming techniques, precision irrigation, and water-efficient crop varieties. They gain hands-on experience with these technologies, empowering them to implement sustainable practices on their own farms. Results? The impact has been transformative. Higher incomes for farmers, the introduction of new and diverse crops, and the adoption of sustainable farming practices that protect the environment for future generations. It's a win-win scenario for both the economy and the environment. Beyond agriculture, Israel's water recycling expertise, a global leader in water management, is helping India tackle its growing urban water crisis, addressing the challenges of water scarcity in densely populated cities. This collaboration is crucial for ensuring access to clean and safe water for millions of urban residents. This is being achieved with joint projects in desalination, converting seawater into potable water, and advanced wastewater treatment, reclaiming and reusing wastewater for various purposes. These projects are helping to augment water supplies and reduce the reliance on traditional water sources. But the tech connection runs even deeper, extending beyond water and agriculture. It encompasses cybersecurity, a critical area of cooperation in an increasingly interconnected world, fintech, driving innovation in the financial sector and promoting financial inclusion, and medical startups, with vibrant ecosystems in both Tel Aviv and Bengaluru, bridging the gap between innovation and healthcare solutions. Recognizing the shared vulnerabilities, both nations face evolving digital threats, so they're actively co-developing cutting-edge solutions and sharing best practices to safeguard their digital infrastructure and protect their citizens from cyber attacks. Ultimately, this multifaceted partnership now touches food security, access to clean water, and digital security, positively impacting the lives of millions of people across India. It stands as a compelling model of how innovation can leap across borders, transcend geographical limitations, and fundamentally change lives for the better. What began as a primarily strategic alliance focused on defense and security cooperation has evolved into a comprehensive, people-focused partnership, deeply rooted in shared values and a commitment to mutual prosperity. The tangible impact of this collaboration is clearly visible, from the flourishing agricultural fields in rural India to the reliable supply of clean water flowing from city taps. The India-Israel connection isn't just modern, it's ancient. Jewish communities like the Cochin Jews and Beni Israel have called India home for centuries, welcomed and protected. Unlike much of the world, India's Jews thrived without anti-Semitism, building synagogues and integrating into society. The Baghdadi Jews shaped Mumbai's business landscape, leaving a legacy that endures. After 1948, many Indian Jews moved to Israel, carrying Indian culture with them. Today, Indian Jewish traditions, food and music flourish in Israel, acting as a living bridge. This deep well of goodwill predates any modern alliance. It's a foundation of trust and shared memory that makes today's partnership feel natural. The story is as much about people as it is about politics. India's partnership with Israel is a multifaceted relationship, marked by increasing cooperation in various fields, from defense and agriculture to technology and innovation. This bond, however, exists within a complex geopolitical landscape, requiring careful navigation and strategic decision-making. It comes with a delicate diplomatic balancing act, a tightrope walk where India must manage its ties with Israel while also honoring its long-standing commitment to the Palestinian cause. This balancing act is not just about maintaining relationships, it's about upholding principles and navigating a region fraught with historical complexities and ongoing conflicts. For decades, India championed the Palestinian cause, standing in solidarity with the Palestinian people in their pursuit of self-determination and statehood. This support was rooted in a shared history of anti-colonial struggle and a commitment to principles of justice and equality. This stance was shaped by its own anti-colonial roots, a deep-seated empathy for nations striving for independence and freedom from foreign domination. India's own struggle for independence heavily influenced its foreign policy decisions in the decades that followed, and its prominent role in the non-aligned movement leadership. The non-aligned movement, championed by India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, sought to create a space for countries to pursue their own interests without aligning with either the Western or Eastern blocs during the Cold War. Publicly, India consistently supported Palestine in international forums, advocating for their rights and condemning actions that undermined the peace process. This public support was a cornerstone of India's foreign policy for many years. However, even during this period of overt support for Palestine, India quietly and privately built ties with Israel, recognizing the potential for cooperation in areas such as defense and intelligence. This behind-the-scenes engagement laid the groundwork for the more open relationship that would develop later. In the 1990s, with the end of the Cold War and a changing global landscape, India strategically shifted to a more pragmatic, de-hyphenated approach to its foreign policy in the Middle East. This meant moving away from viewing its relationships with Israel and Palestine as inextricably linked, separating its Israel and Palestine policies, allowing it to pursue closer ties with both without compromising its core principles. This was a significant departure from the past. Now, India actively pursues robust ties with Israel, forging strong partnerships in defense, technology, and trade, recognizing Israel's advancements and strategic importance, while simultaneously maintaining its support for a two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, advocating for a peaceful resolution that allows both peoples to live in security and dignity, and continuing to provide Palestinian aid, demonstrating its ongoing commitment to the well-being of the Palestinian people. This aid includes financial assistance, development projects, and humanitarian relief. Prime Minister Modi's separate and distinct visits to both Israel and Palestine further emphasize this new, balanced stance, signaling India's commitment to engaging with both sides of the conflict. These visits made this new stance unequivocally clear to the international community. Of course, critics both within India and abroad continue to debate the merits of this shift in policy, questioning whether it truly serves India's long-term interests and the cause of peace in the region. But ultimately, it reflects India's evolving priorities, its growing economic and strategic power, and its increasing confidence in its ability to navigate complex geopolitical challenges on the world stage. The balancing act isn't easy, requiring constant vigilance and careful consideration of all perspectives. However, it's enabled a thriving partnership with Israel, fostering collaboration in areas vital to India's development and security. India's foreign policy is now primarily driven by its own national interest, a pragmatic approach that prioritizes economic growth, security, and regional stability, rather than solely relying on ideological considerations. This diplomatic flexibility, this ability to adapt and evolve in response to changing circumstances, is what makes the modern India-Israel story not just possible, but a testament to the power of pragmatic diplomacy. So there you have it, 5 facts that reveal the real India-Israel relationship. It's a story of ancient ties, strategic needs, and shared innovation. What surprised you most? Is India's balancing act sustainable? Let's discuss in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit subscribe for more stories that go beyond the headlines. Thanks for watching.